It was me, Book It. It was me all along. Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast where we book and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I am not your commissioner, Hi-Fi Mike, but I am your higher power late night Kiki. Today I have your GMs, Damone, D-Money Allen.
You're not my higher power. Not one way. No way.
Not one way, more than one way. Prime time Travi T.
Atheism just became so much more rewarding.
The bad guy, Kenny. Chug-a-lug.
Audio.
No nickname, John.
I have a nickname now, motherfucker. It is the Huddle Honcho.
What the fuck?
You can't give yourself a nickname.
Yes, I can. It's my nickname.
Well,
I hate
welcome to Book It. As you can see, Mike is still on his vacation, and we are continuing our vacation around the world doing the Book It World Cup. Tonight, we are taking our trip over the pond, across the sea to Europe.
Over the river, through the woods to Grandma's house we go.
We're taking a year off, and we're going to find ourselves. We're going to backpack through Europe a little bit. You know, we're going to hit up Spain, Germany, Italy. Obviously, we're going to stop in England and Ireland. But how's everyone doing tonight?
I'm going to the pub.
We don't do that.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna find Gordon Ramsay.
Is he over there? I thought he's in Los Angeles, probably.
We look like we're like forming Exodia from Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
I don't know what that means because I'm not a dork.
I play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You're currently on a wrestling podcast, bud. You're
A
Yeah.
wrestling podcast.
Yeah, no matter how much swag is developed by any member of this panel, we will forever be marked as losers for being here.
Forever marked. That should be.
Forever marks. There we
Yeah.
go.
Ooh,
What was that?
Over here talking.
What was that?
Keith is such
Hey.
a stud.
Thanks, Kyle.
I thought it said Kyle Singler.
All right, tell your boyfriend to not be a.
Hey, he's supportive. He is supportive, and I appreciate him.
That's fine. I don't have my boyfriends coming over here and commenting things.
Because you don't have any. And we're all here.
No bitches.
I was gonna say because I'm right here, bud.
Right.
Come on, comment in the chat that I'm a stud.
So, if Travis would bring up our lovely bracket to the right here.
You're being extra now.
Hello.
You can't be Vanna Whiting it.
I am Pat Sajak and Vanna White all rolled in one.
I hate that.
I see two people on this bracket, bro.
As you can see, there's already two people on the bracket. Thank you, John. These are our gimme two. Since we have 5 people, we're each going to have 6 entrants, combatants, gladiators that we put into the tournament. And we had 2 left over for a 32-man tournament. And hey, Travis Trimble is a stud muffin.
So this is for the entire United Kingdom?
This is for the entire continent of Europe. So the way we do things here at T13 is we put people in tournaments based on Travis rules, which means that we take turns. Basically, everything we learned in kindergarten is what we apply to this now so that we're not all yelling and screaming over each other, even though we probably will anyway.
Definitely.
Once we get to kidneys, we definitely will be start talking over him.
Once we get to Kenny's, yes.
I don't think he's trying today. He's just eating over there.
Yeah. Since there are 5 of us here, the 4 of you will each vote first, and if need be, I will be the tiebreaker. That means I get final say, which I kind of like.
No, if it
he
gets
really is
to.
the higher power.
That's if it gets to. A lot of times it doesn't.
Well, you'll be
ever
the
get
first
to.
in one category, like one way, because we do snake.
You could just put me in the middle, and I'll skip myself.
Yeah, do
There's
that.
5 of us,
Yeah.
so it's never going to be a tie. Or there's always going to be a tie as well. Like it's always going to be, you know what I'm saying?
Not
Well, it's not
necessarily.
always going to
3
be
people could vote for 1.
It could be 3-1 or 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Or
You're right.
4-0.
You know what I was trying to say.
Math.
You're doing it in a weird way that we wouldn't normally have done, is what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Because usually if 5 people, it's just everybody votes.
Well, then everybody can vote then if you want to do that.
I'm saying.
No, I don't want Keith to vote.
I just want.
Now who's the one that doesn't like change?
No, both we have uneven.
You said what?
So now who's the one that doesn't like change?
No, I said let them vote.
No, it's just formatting for the viewer.
Okay, well, viewers. Let's start off with Travis.
So we're doing 3, and then coming back and doing like 3, 3, 3, 3, and then go back again 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay.
Yes,
I'll do. Oh, I don't know why I put Finley in here. It's supposed to be British Bulldog.
Yeah, I realized.
Oh, that's
I
right.
saw that, but I'm like, why does it say Fit Finley? And like, maybe I fever dreamed.
I mean,
British Bulldog.
Fit Finley was fun for a little bit.
Well, you said Fit Finley.
Fit Finley is my first one, so it doesn't matter.
Because he's
Got it.
Finley and he loves to fight.
Yeah. Exactly. Next, I'm gonna go Pete Dunne,
Solid
Peter
pick.
Dune.
and then I'm going to go. Sheamus.
That's a good one.
Solid
That's a good
pick.
one.
Solid pick. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Is it me
okay.
up next?
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right. My first is going to be an obvious pick that's shockingly not there yet. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, he's gonna get there.
I have a glaring hole in my 3 that I'm kind of upset about.
Brag.
I'm going to go Tyler Bate. Tyler the Master Bate.
I wish WWE would give him that nickname now.
That should have been his gimmick all along.
The Master, Tyler Bate.
Give me one more because, well, let me think. Sorry. I had those 2. I was like ready to go, and now I'm like losing myself a little bit.
It happens. Easy, Eminem. Lose yourself.
You know what? I'm going to go Rusev.
Rusev.
Mashka. Rusev.
Miro, formerly known as Rusev? Or Rusev. Rusev.
Yeah, we'll put him in as
That's a better
Rusev.
representation.
Rusev, yeah.
It's
No one
Rusev.
cares about Miro. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. All right. Now, let's see. My turn?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go with Andre the Giant,
Yep.
Finn Balor, and Paige.
Are we doing intergender here? Because I was thinking about Rhea Ripley. But
She's
I
Australian.
didn't know we were doing intergender. Sorry.
She's
But
Australian, isn't she?
From down under.
I'll roll with that. And I
Rhea
forgot
Ripley's Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought she was British, but
I thought so too.
Finn Balor's a good pick. I forgot about him.
I mean, I feel like we could include Australia with
No.
British since. No.
It's not
No.
British, it's Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Australia's
true.
its own
True.
continent. I know. I teach geography. Okay.
Next, Kenny.
I'm going Nigel McGinnis.
Nice.
Fair.
You mean
Fair,
Desmond
more
Wolf?
than fair.
Desmond Wolf.
Santino Marella.
Hey.
Go! Yes, we're going all the way with him.
You say Santino or Santina?
Santino. I knew somebody was going to say that. It's Santino.
It has to be said.
Who else? Cesaro.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah, good
I feel like he's a very good representation for Europe, too. He speaks multiple languages there.
So Damone, give
Damone?
us all 6.
Hey, I'm going with Becky Lynch.
That's the one that I fucked up on.
Beautiful. Beautiful
Valtter.
Valtter.
And I just had one. Where did it go? I just had one and I lost it. Did that ever happen to you? Have it, then you lose it?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, my virginity.
Hey, someday, John.
And I've got some bad news for you.
Yes.
Wade Barrett.
Very nice. Best NXT commentator right now.
Oh.
You got 3 more.
You got 3 more, Damone.
Oh yeah. Dynamite Kid.
Okay.
Big one.
Okay.
Good.
That's a good one.
Arguably the greatest WWE champion of all time, Bruno San Martino.
L.
Did you just say L to Bruno San Martino?
Sure did.
You were the worst, John.
Here's so bad.
Here's the
0 450 splash. Can't even do it. Scrub.
True. Don't
I
even
saw
think he
him.
made it
I
to the
saw
top
him do
rope.
it once.
Not televised.
Like Big Show on the Indies.
And then
Don't call back. Good job, John.
for my last one, I'm gonna go with Trent 7.
Is it just literally Trent 7?
Yeah. Yep. Very nice. Good picks, Damone. Good job.
Thank you.
You
I tried.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Kenny, you're 3.
Did we already say Finn Balor?
You
Yes.
did.
Okay. Go Nikolai Volkov.
Dang. I was going to take him.
Good.
I don't know how to spell that, so give me 1 second.
Oh shit! I just deleted it.
I have it on my right, literally right here. Just
Oh
give me a
hell
second.
yeah! Good job. You're the man, Travis. Anybody tell you that lately?
You just did.
Good. I'm glad. Number 2.
Yep, number 2, Kenny.
Kenneth,
Tony Storm.
She's
Australian.
Australian.
He's Australian.
Oh, you're right. I'm
Ooh, I just thought of one that got left out that I didn't do.
Ivan Putski.
I thought about him.
I'm thinking about people, and I've only got one for my next pick.
I've got
I'm
a few
trying to
more.
look.
In
I
case you
have
guys need.
at least 2.
I know
But-
of one that I don't like, but he'd be reasonable to put in the bracket.
I have 13.
Okay, that's
then-
great.
Vladimir.
Oh, you just gave me an idea.
Don't do it.
Why can't I think his name? Vladimir Kozlov. That was his name.
Damn it! I was gonna do that.
That was John's one.
I messed it up. I was trying to remember if that was his name or not. Yeah.
Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
And I'm working for the serious Vladimir Kozlov, not the goofy one later on.
Let's see. My turn. I am going to put in Nikki Cross.
Okay.
Pac, formerly known as Neville.
That's a good one. I forgot about Pop.
Oh, damn it! I was gonna do Neville too. Damn it!
You can take Neville if you want. I have more.
The bastard.
I'll try to think. I'll try to think.
The
Yeah,
bastard.
Did you know he was European?
Yeah,
I know
he's
that.
British.
But then again, I never heard him talk. So
I watched 205 Live because I'm a real fan. So
And I'm
I
going to
didn't know
go
that
with
was even a show before Enzo took the title from him.
one of the best wrestlers in the world, Will Ospreay.
Oh,
I
good
forgot
one.
about him.
forgot about him as well.
Or
William,
if you're familiar with him.
Okay,
John?
it's gonna be kind of tough here.
There's one that's I'm shocked no one's put
Well,
on yet.
I'm gonna put this guy. I don't even like him, but he should be here for all his accomplishments. Zack Saber Jr.
Damn it!
Never go
Yeah.
on.
It's so bad.
I don't enjoy.
I only have 2, and he took one of them.
I don't enjoy him in the slightest, but he deserves to be here.
I feel like Damone would like Zack Saber Jr.
I do like Zack Saber Jr. I like joint manipulation and all that shit. I'm all about that. Break bones, pick a body part and tearing it apart. I'm all about that.
I feel like
Ligaments.
Matt Riddle is good at joint manipulation.
Matt Riddle's good at everything besides
he's-
being a person.
John, 2 more.
So it says Val Venus. Where is? No, he's born in Florida. Nope.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hey.
I saw Vince McMahon in there
Hey.
earlier when I was
I
doing
think they
research. I
just
was
put a
like,
bunch
what?
of European champions in here.
Probably.
hey, yeah, Alex.
You know what?
Alistair.
Alistair Black.
There you go.
And then I have a goated meme pick.
Okay.
Paul Burchill.
Damn it!
Hey.
Yeah.
Damn it, John!
The pirate. The pirate version.
Pirate Paul versus.
I loved playing as Paul Burchill in WWE 2K. I was
the
all
entrance?
about it for the entrance. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about the pirate
You
entrance.
swing from the
You
fucking
just swing
swing
now.
outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
He's like
Best
laughing at
entrance
the
in the
camera. He's like, when he comes down.
Let's see. Travis? Final three?
Carl Gotch.
Very good.
Okay, that's a good one.
Can Enzo Amore count as Italian?
Hell no.
Carl Gotch. Mason Ryan.
I'm surprised you didn't try to say that Dolph Ziggler was somehow.
And last but not least,
I have
Roddy
Dolph
Piper.
Ziggler's ancestry results.
Roddy Piper. Very good.
Oh,
I'm
we
surprised you didn't get
still-
Roddy in there sooner.
we
Is that the
still-
one you were thinking, Damone?
You forgot Roddy Piper? No, that wasn't. I was thinking Alistair Black, but
Oh.
I forgot Roddy Piper. Isn't he tech?
Doesn't matter.
He's built from Scotland.
He's
He's
built
built
from
from Glasgow, Scotland.
True.
Yep.
So does that count for Ronda Rousey too?
Fuck no.
Or-
No, she's not built. She's not built from Euro.
He's not a
She's not a wrestler.
wrestler.
She's one of the greatest women's wrestlers.
Shut
of her
the
time.
hell up.
Get out of here.
Hey, she is one of the best at selling
Roddy.
moves, though. I will definitely say that.
That's a bad take even for Damone.
All right. Are we good on this? We settled? Anybody want to make any changes?
No,
I'm happy with it.
Happy with it. Can I name a few that we left out?
Yeah.
Yes.
sure.
Noam Dar,
Eh.
Marty Skrull,
Oh.
He's popular
Ooh.
enough, but eh.
If you take out. Take out.
I'll take out
Trent
Mason
Seven.
Ryan
Or take out Mason Ryan.
Yeah.
for Marty Skrull.
Yeah.
Martin Skrull. Martin Skrull.
Mart.
Me and Mark went to school together.
Jordan Devlin
Eh.
and Jazzy Gabbert.
I don't even know who that is.
Who?
You should.
I know
She's
Tulsi.
fucking awesome. Okay.
I like Piper.
I like Piper. Okay.
All right, somebody say it.
Every day we're
shuffling,
shuffling.
shuffling.
Every day we're shuffling.
We can do it in a Russian club now because we're in Europe.
We are, but only part of Russia.
This one's for Mike.
Dang, I
All
don't like
right.
that you guys drank at the same time at the same tempo.
That was pretty cool.
Well, we do.
Like, I didn't like it.
Natural born drinkers.
Double Triple H
All right,
entrance.
just a quick preview of the tournament here.
Beautiful. I love it. All
Did
right.
y'all do your research on Dr. Wagner Jr. before we start?
Fuck no.
We didn't research it.
Kenny, I looked him up, and he literally is a doctor that practices 2 miles down the road from me. I know that's where you go.
This is
He's
Kenny's
a dentist. He's a fucking dentist.
Dr. Wagner Jr. DDS.
He fucking worked on your fucking molars, didn't he? Got a cavity.
So,
Oh,
so
root now getting bitch.
wow.
Oh,
That's how you
fucking,
describe
oh,
it.
we're fucking
root canal getting
sore mouth bastard.
bitch.
Someone's a little salty after their WWE games.
I was
Oh,
about to
yeah, fuck him. I was like, fuck him. Fuck him especially for that.
All right. In our first matchup, we have Trent Seven versus Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, former best wrestler in the universe.
I start, don't I?
You
Yeah.
do.
Hot take. Nikki Cross, because she's had a better career.
John?
I'm gonna go Nikki Cross.
All right. Kenny?
I ain't gonna lie, hot take. Nikki Cross sucks. I'm going Trent Seven.
Whoa.
I would say Nikki Cross sucks, but I'm also gonna go Nikki Cross, even though I put Trent in because he's kind of the other guy in British Strong Style. Because there's Bate, there's Dunn, and then there's I forgot. There's Trent too. He's he's in it too, guy. where Nikki Cross has been able to do her own thing.
Yeah, Trent Seven's really talented. I think like his look holds him back a little bit.
Plus, I think he's pretty old too.
He's pretty old. I believe
He's
he's 39.
39.
Tyler Bate.
Yeah, he's 39, which isn't super old, but
For a
to be
wrestler,
like
pretty
to
old.
be a wrestler, and be
A wrestler that's not made it yet.
a wrestler, right, a wrestler who's not a star yet. 39 is old.
So Nikki
Oh, wow.
Cross advances. For the record, I would have voted for Nikki Cross also. But there we have it. Next matchup is Bruno San Martino versus Marty Squirrel.
Marty, I'm sorry, you're the villain, but it's Bruno. We probably wouldn't be sitting here if it weren't for Bruno. So it's Bruno.
True.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm also going Bruno San Martino.
John?
I am going to go Marty Squirrel.
I'm gonna stick with my Zoomer comrade down there, and I'm gonna go Marty Squirrel as well.
Ooh, that makes this tough for me.
Because we're based.
Because they're Zoomers.
Who actually wants to watch a Bruno San Martino match?
That's not the whole point. That's the overall point. Who wants to watch that guy's match? It's their impact on the. You can't just ignore their impact on the industry because we wouldn't be watching most of these guys' matches if it weren't for Bruno.
Yeah, but we're not going to watch Bruno now. So why are we talking about it?
It's not terrible. You're the history teacher.
What, are you going to vote for George Washington for president?
That is very ironic.
I'm not voting George Washington for president this year.
Well, maybe.
He is anti-political party, so
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm going to go with Bruno.
Trash. Bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
All right, good.
I don't like
give me an idea for a Book It intro. But next we have Cesaro versus Rusev.
This is a banger.
This would absolutely be
This
a
has
banger.
definitely happened on the mid card like 12 times.
For sure, but it hasn't happened on this scale for representation of Europe.
That's true.
It's a Big Daddy Rusev. New Day. Or Rusev Day, not New Day. I don't know why I said New Day.
Damn.
Rusev Day.
Damn.
It's a Rusev Day. Yes, it is.
Damn.
It's my vote. I'm
no,
going
you
to
said
go
Rusev.
Cesaro, actually.
Oh.
I'm shocked by that.
I really thought you said Rusev. Go for it.
Cesaro can wrestle his ass off, dude. I can't ever get over
So
that.
can Rusev.
Rusev can't, but not like Cesaro. Cesaro is a whole different breed.
Most people can't wrestle like Cesaro, so that's not really fair.
Exactly. That's why I voted for him.
To be fair, I watched. It
To be
was
fair, huh?
it was a clip from Tough Enough, and it was Cesaro versus Zizi, who Zizi was trash and couldn't do anything, and Rusev got a decent 3-minute match out of him.
Rusev or Cesaro?
Or no, Cesaro, not Rusev, Cesaro. Sorry, Cesaro got a good 3-minute match out of him.
Cesaro is probably arguably one of the best actual wrestlers on the planet. Like
If we're talking pure wrestling, he's top. He's definitely up there.
So he's good at every style too. Like
Well,
he can do
That's what I'm
flips.
also
He can do
voting
the
for
stuff
Cesaro.
Damone
I
likes.
think
Yeah.
Cesaro can be a powerhouse if he wanted to. He could be a high flyer. He can be a brawler. He can be a showman. He can do it all.
a showman.
Shaman.
Showman.
No,
Showman?
I'm not to talk.
Human.
Also, I just want to say this before we get to Damone's vote. John's over here looking like a bad bitch tonight. His little bangers.
I thought he had his PJs on.
He might.
No, this is just my shirt.
It does look like you
I like
have
the
that
tats
you have that Hugh Hefner shirt on.
I like that the
I
tat
fuck with it,
creeping out
John.
of the chest. Yeah.
About
Mad
the
bitches.
wrestling, I will say, aside from my looks, is also that Cesaro's promos, they're not great, but they are underrated. People act like he's straight up promo illiterate. He's honestly a better promo than Rusev, in my opinion.
Yes. But still
I agree.
Rusev.
I mean, it doesn't say a whole lot, but he's not totally illiterate when it comes to promos. He's just mid. People
what are we saying
pretended
then?
he was horrible.
2-1.
They pretended he was horrible because he did the inside of these 4 ropes thing.
Yeah. But he's not a horrible promo, and I hate that he got
He stumbled on one line. Same thing with Roman. It was the suffer and succotash.
People attached themselves, locked in on that. They're like, "This proves he's terrible."
Yeah.
It's no, it was one line. I'm sure if you went back and listened to The Rock, there was a line he
Yeah.
gave that was trash.
People
but
are unforgiving with
He-
promos.
He messed up a whole city. He was like, "Oh yeah, good thing we're in Sacramento," and they're like, "No, you're all the way in Kansas." You know what I'm saying? I forget where he was.
Triple
at,
H
but he
was
I
really
will
bad
never
in-
forgive him for that.
Triple H in '99 was really bad until he got really good 2 years later.
Shut the fuck up.
Triple H in '99 was trash. And I'm
Shut
saying
the
I'm not
fuck
gonna go that far.
my favorite wrestler was a bad promo 8 years ago, and now he's goated. So
Triple
Shut
H
the
was
fuck
not
up.
a bad
So
promo.
on that silly note,
Yeah,
Damone,
you're goofy.
Yeah, you're goofy for that one.
Triple H was bad in '99. Shut up.
He wasn't. Keith, not Keith? Kenny, did you go? Who'd you vote for?
Yeah. I said Cesaro. I said he was pretty much good at everything.
2-1 for Cesaro.
It's gonna be 3-1 for Cesaro. I was gonna say Rusev, but Rusev was very limited. I'm gonna be honest. Rusev Day, I was over Rusev Day within a week.
Yeah, it's not.
People ran it into the ground.
It was good until Aiden left, but like Aiden English should get all the credit for that run. And the moment they turned Aiden English heel and tried to get Lana over, which it didn't work, the whole thing died.
Lana's over as fuck. Lana's the best.
Right now,
Lana's number 1.
Lana Day never got over. Nobody bought
Lana
that
Day's still getting over. Anywho,
nobody bought that t-shirt.
Him.
Nobody bought that t-shirt.
Lana's the one on the Big Show.
Imagine having Lana and Rusev on your roster, and you have to get rid of one, and you choose to get rid of Rusev.
That is wild.
Like that pissed me off.
Other show. Next up, we have a hard-hitting affair, I believe.
This is a
British Bulldog
versus
versus Sheamus.
That's a good match.
Start us off.
This is a great match. Fuck. This hurts my heart, but I'm going with Sheamus.
Really?
Yeah, I think Sheamus is a better promo. Has had multiple good characters. Even though he's not a great face, he's definitely a way better heel. Plus, the Bar is probably one of the best tag teams in the last 5 years.
You're not okay. I don't care how many years. You're not about to compare the Bar to the fucking British Bulldogs. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not comparing the two. The British Bulldogs are clearly better. But what I'm saying is that Rusev is, not Rusev. Fuck. Sheamus has proven that he can be a world title contender at any point, and he can also go to the mid card. He can go to the tag teams and have success. While British Bulldog never got the chance to be the world champion, so I can't really. He never hit that bar, so I don't know if he would have failed or not.
He didn't hit.
I'm going with Sheamus.
The bar.
He didn't hit the bar.
So Sheamus. Kenny?
Sheamus.
I'm going the opposite. I'm going British Bulldog. I think he is way more versatile than Sheamus is. I like Sheamus too, but I think going in ring ability, I think British Bulldog was better. But I do agree with you on Sheamus being better, like promo wise. But yeah, I can't compare the tag teams.
Okay, John.
I used to dislike Sheamus a lot. I've realized that was a pretty rare L on my part. Sheamus,
I don't know about rare.
Sheamus has grown on me quite a bit, and we also neglect just how decorated he is. He's almost at like Edge levels of decorated, and that's insane. That puts him top 25 like all time for me. Not because I like him that much, but because of just how decorated he is. Like he's insanely decorated.
Those watching can see the disdain in Travis's eyes.
Think about like British Bulldog, his second run. Oh my god, that was so bad. This man came back in like jeans and fucking like loafers.
Homie came to have a run. It was a street fight every night.
Like it was not like they tried to make British Bulldog a thing without his group. It didn't go well. It's Sheamus all day. It's not close.
Travis, 2-1 for Sheamus. Going to you.
All right, that's cute and everything that you and Damone were saying, but at the end of the day, the British Bulldog is part of one of the greatest tag teams of all time. He went on to have the greatest main event in British wrestling history, alongside
SummerSlam history. Would you say?
Yeah, probably the greatest main event in SummerSlam. No, it's not, because Cena versus Daniel Bryan.
One of the greatest.
One of the greatest, yes. One of the greatest main events in SummerSlam history, alongside someone who I don't think is that good of a overall package.
Bret Hart?
Yes.
You can say his name. You're not Skip Bayless with is that Skip Bayless?
I'm not saying his name.
Me not calling HBK anything other than Hickenbottom.
I'm not calling him anything.
Just the disrespect.
What is Brett short for? I feel Brett short.
I suppose just trying to
Breathu. You know how I feel about Breathu. So It's British Bulldog, and specifically it is jeans and boxer braids. British Bulldog.
Yeah, them bad bitch braids.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah. I don't hate it. Like, I like both. I just think Sheamus overall is a little better. But I'm not mad at it. Plus, British isn't his name. So
it's tied up, which means it comes to me. Speaking of the braids, I'm thinking it comes down to who looks better with braids. British Bulldog, of course, had the Bo Derek. Sheamus had the pirate face braids, which looked all right, but
you look stupid.
He did. And that's why I'm going to go with braided British Bulldog.
Yeah, bad bitch braided British Bulldog.
Almost.
Quadruple B.
Bad bitch
Common L.
British, bad bitch braided British Bulldog. That's hard. That's a good
matchup.
Keith has horribly mismanaged every tie thus far.
Oh yeah, Cesaro British.
There's only been 2.
That's a match. That's a great match.
And you've taken an L on both.
No, he took 1 L.
All right, so next we have Fit Finley versus Zack Saber Jr.
This should be a wash. Banger. This should be a wash.
You think it should be a wash?
Yeah. Am I up?
You are.
Yeah. It's my name is Finley and I love to fight. There's get the fuck out of here.
John?
Careers aren't comparable.
I agree. Actually, I think Zack Saber, even though I put him on the list, I think he's kind of booty cheeks. Finley's like a meme god. The hornswoggle, the theme song, the mini step lat, all the antics that came with Finley's mid 2000s run were excellent. Zack Saber Jr. ain't touching that.
Also, let's not forget that Fit Finley was doing all of the things that Zack Saber Jr. is currently doing before it was cool.
True.
Yeah.
Kenny,
I'm also going Finley, and he loves to fight.
That settles it. Damone, who would you?
I would have also voted for Finley, even though I don't like the Zack Saber Jr. slander going around here.
For the record, I would have said Zack Saber Jr. just because I would have loved to see that as an upset. But
fuck
that'd be a really good match, though.
Yeah.
Finley would knock him out with his shillelagh.
But then that's disqualification.
Yeah, that is a disqualification.
Nope. He would have got it. He would have got it past the ref.
Hornswoggle distraction.
Hornswoggle distracts the ref, comes in and pants the ref. The ref is over here trying to pull his pants out. He's like, what's going on? He trips and falls, rolls out of the ring, shillelagh to the head, ba-boom.
Ba-boom.
He goes for the pinfall. New ref rolls in. 1, 2, 3.
What was Finley's finisher?
The shillelagh.
Celtic Cross.
Oh, yeah, it was the Celtic Cross. I couldn't think of it. I'm like, all I remember is him hitting people with shillelaghs.
What is
I
the
don't
Celtic
remember.
Cross? I know it's a punch in MMA, but
it's like it's an air raid siren.
It's like a razor's edge.
No.
It's
like the you have them like behind your back. Yeah, it's white noise. Yeah.
Which
okay.
Well, yeah, just call it,
sketchy finisher name. Next up we have.
Is it?
It's because he's white.
Yeah,
like really white.
But also, white noise is a thing. Like, not everything.
It's called Travis Trimble.
That's his nickname.
It's Prime Time with Travis T podcast.
Dang! Don't do that. Don't. You can disparage my name, but don't disparage the show. I'm trying to build that.
Yeah. John's about to get muted. Bringing Danny back.
Which you can listen to by going to t13media.com/shows.
Bang.
Bang.
Next up, we have Drew McIntyre versus a Bad News Barrett. Damone?
Fuck.
This is a banger.
This is a banger.
A match that we could potentially see in the next year.
I think the opposite. I hate this match.
Really?
Yeah.
I think this is a hard-hitting banger. I'm going to go with whose finisher I like more.
Dang, that's difficult.
And there's Wasteland. There's the elbow.
The elbow.
Yeah.
Once he did the elbow, that one was good.
The bullhammer versus
the Claymore. And I'm gonna go with the Claymore, and I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre.
Nice. Great.
I'm also going Drew McIntyre.
Also, the old guy I was a roommate with in the hospital, his last name was McIntyre. Shout out to him.
Wow. You changed his life.
You can't talk about that. That's HIPAA.
You said you wanted a HIPAA for Christmas, Damone.
I do want a HIPAA for Christmas.
Kenny?
Oh, I'm also going Drew McIntyre. I think Wade Barrett sucks. That's just me. I liked his character, but I thought as a wrestler he was terrible.
I was always mad he never used the gavel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Well, didn't he not wrestle when he was Bad News Barrett? He just
Not very often.
Well, he was injured for a while, I believe, but they still wanted him on TV.
So that's why they came up with the character.
Yeah, and then they started putting him 30 feet in the air. And
yeah, that was great.
That was awesome.
John?
I'm going with Drew McIntyre. This is rightfully washed. I agree with Kenny 100%. Wade Barrett wasn't fun in the ring. He was just a funny character for a little bit. And honestly, it sucked to see it end, but if it had gone on much longer, it would have become Rusev Day. So Drew McIntyre all day.
For everybody that's listening and voting here tonight and wants this to be a wash, I'm afraid I have some bad news. Even though I still lost, I would have voted for Bad News Barrett. Drew McIntyre is good. He's shown that he can be a top guy. He can show that he can be the face of the company. He is great. But I think that Bad News Barrett, or not, Wade Barrett, not Bad News Barrett, but Wade Barrett as a whole is just that much better than Drew McIntyre. I think Wade Barrett, given the opportunity, giving the full-fledged run that Drew McIntyre has had, being protected like Drew McIntyre has, he could be just that much better. He could be the face of European wrestling.
Hot take.
I'm with it. I would have said Drew McIntyre, but Travis made some very good points. But Drew McIntyre moves on. Next match we have up here is Andre the Giant versus Dynamite Kid. And
that's random.
It's random, but I feel like it could be a fire match.
Yeah.
It'd be mostly the Dynamite Kid jumping off the top rope trying to knock Andre down.
I was gonna say it would be Big Show versus Christian. It would just be
King Kong versus the Plains.
It's Dynamite Kid just bumping around for Andre the Giant and taking the pin. But at the end of the day, Dynamite Kid is one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live. Period. Point blank. No buts. Hard stop. One of the greatest wrestlers to ever live. Pure wrestler.
But Andre is one of the greatest attractions to ever live.
And I don't care about that. It's Dynamite Kid.
Damn, ain't Travis the guy on record saying that wrestling is the least important part of wrestling?
It is, but you got to be able to do it. And Andre couldn't.
Yes,
Well, Andre did it well enough.
Not really.
So,
his most popular stuff is when he would walk around the ring and sit on people.
All right.
That's a move, technically.
So, okay. So, just to educate a little bit, Andre's good wrestling days were before he could be televised. So he did a lot of what? Huh?
I said, not my problem.
Fair enough, but I'm just saying. By the time he was being televised, he was barely able to move.
Also, not my problem.
So I understand your point.
Also, you have said that he has one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time.
Moments, not matches.
WrestleMania matches or moments?
Moments.
I'm pretty sure you called it one of the greatest.
I don't think I did. I said the only Hogan match I've ever said is a great match is Rock Hogan at 18 and Hogan Warrior at 6.
Maybe I'm mixing up Hogan.
I only like one Hogan match. Yeah, Hogan versus Hickenbottom was the best.
That was not a good match.
Both of their best match.
That was the best match that ever.
Get out of here, John.
Okay. Well, while we're hearing John's bad opinions, John, what's your pick for this match?
Andre the Giant, like Dynamite Kid, is a good wrestler. He inspired Chris Benoit, but
who inspired Daniel Bryan.
But
also, you're over here trying to get us canceled. You know,
he's not much more than
he's over here dropping pipe bombs.
I didn't say Chris Benoit. I said Chris Benoit. Different people, bro. I swear.
He just said it slower.
I spell it different, okay?
It's KRISPN.
Yeah, Crispin Wah.
So it's Andre for John.
Andre.
Kenny?
Oh, it's definitely Dynamite Kid. I think Andre was terrible in the ring.
Thank you. Talk that shit.
Okay, here's the thing. You can argue that Andre was not great in the ring, but Andre did what Andre needed to do, which was get people in the ring or get people in their seats and watch him. And he was a giant. He was a monster. His job wasn't to bump. His job was to throw you the fuck around and you to try and knock him off his feet.
Tell him.
That's what his job was.
Tell him.
He was great at it.
That's
So he's
Cat.
a French Great Khali, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Okay, so
Great Khali
you wouldn't move Great Khali across out of the first round of any tournament. So do the right thing.
But here's the issue. Everybody knows Andre the Giant. There's a large group of people who don't know who the fuck Dynamite Kid is. So it's Andre the Giant.
So it's a popularity contest now. We're going for who's the more popular wrestler, who's the more well-known.
It's part of the soup. It's part of the soup. When you're making a wrestler, it's part of the soup. It's like if you're grading a test, and I can give you, if we're saying one's an A in one category and they're an A in a different category, they equal out.
I help with the test thing because that's kind of my profession. If there's a rubric, there's multiple criterion actually that are on the rubric. And being able to draw and be a character is one of the criterion on the rubric.
I get what you're saying, but it's wrong.
I was articulating for Damone there with my teacher lingo.
To say Damone was over here struggling. I understand.
Yeah,
so I appreciate that.
So
I appreciate
you
you talking that for the rest of the
in one category and an F in everything else to someone who has a B plus in literally everything. That's not fair. I feel like.
That's what happens when you guys talk about Bret Hart. So. It's still Andre the Giant.
Bret Hart is good.
Whoa! What are you talking about, Damone?
I'm saying that when they say that.
Oh damn! I don't fucking care. You're talking to me.
Not you.
Don't use that fucking excuse with me.
Sorry, no, not you. You're good, Trad. I was talking about the Kennys of the world who talk about Bret Hart being top 10 when he's nowhere near. He's not top 10.
I never said that. I just said he's not as bad as y'all try to make him out to be.
Bret Hart is an entrance and nothing else, and Andre the Giant still, by nature of his size and character alone, provides more than Dynamite Kid does. Andre the Giant is an obstacle. No matter what he does, him standing there plays a role in the match.
Hey, John.
That's a natural advantage, and I know it's not fair, but he is a living obstacle for the wrestler to overcome. That's all he has to be.
Yep.
John, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Hold this.
You might want to change that. Eat this dub.
John.
Hey, eat the dub with me.
John.
Eat the dub.
I am the W and the L bender.
I am going with Andre.
I know you are because you're dumb too.
Yeah. Hey, John, eat the dub with me.
Dubs up.
Dubs up. We're eating dubs over here.
I hate you, Damone. You're trying to get this over. It's not working. Give up.
I'm stealing it from Jameis Winston.
You said let's eat the dub like 12 times, and he just ignored you. Like
I was eating. Ooh. Okay, I was eating dub.
Promo idea. We need to have Jameis Winston as the spokesperson for B Dubs. Eat the dub.
I agree.
Sold. Next up,
he should also be.
Don't give that out to them. Fuck them.
He should also be starting for.
Neither one of those people pay us, so we're not helping.
We have.
They could be.
Ospreay, the aerial assassin, versus Paige. Travis?
Hot take.
No, wait, it's me.
It's me. It's my
turn. It's not you.
Okay.
Hold your hot take.
Fucking Travis.
Your hot take might be my hot take, or it could be the exact opposite. I'm going with Paige. Just because of her impact on women's wrestling. Will Ospreay is good, I guess, but
he did a flip.
Yeah.
Damone's triggered.
Yeah. He did a flip. I'm triggered, so I'm going with Paige because we still talk about Paige, and she hasn't had a match in like 5 years.
To be fair, it's because she's dating the greatest rock singer alive,
Rockstar Spud.
I thought he died.
Whoa.
No, he just went under witness protection.
Oh shit, we could have put him in here.
Could have.
Damn.
We should have. Cominel.
Whoa.
There's
so many people. Whoa.
Kenny?
Fucking white people.
I'm going Will Ospreay.
William Ospreay. 1 for 1, going to John.
I will say, This isn't my vote, but Paige does deserve a mention here because she is dating the greatest rock singer of all time, and I love her just for that.
Are you jealous of her for that? Like, you
the guy from
yeah, I'm not jealous of Ronnie Radke for dating Paige. I'm jealous of Paige for dating Ronnie Radke.
Who the fuck is Rodney Ratkin?
Ronnie Radke is the greatest rock singer of all time.
Radke. I don't know who Rodney
He's so
Radke
influential
is.
that Playboy Carti just put his band's name on his T-shirt and is about to cease and desisted. Anyway, I'm gonna go Will Ospreay. Paige was never that good in the ring, and her promos weren't ever good. Her peak was dating Ronnie Radke, which she's still doing. I'm happy for her. Her Twitch is going well. But Will Ospreay is a mega talent in the ring.
Damn, John, those were harder takes than what Travis was going to drop. Like,
all right, so I don't know what a Playgirl party or a Robert Ratpiss is, but
I think Robert Ratpiss was from the Muppets.
I'm going Paige because she's had it. She's as Damone said, she's had a bigger impact on wrestling. Period. 2, she's just as good as he is. Period.
No, she's not.
In the ring, she is.
She
literally,
was never
she is.
Good in the ring.
Literally, is just as good as he is.
No, she's
Secondly,
not.
she's a better promo than he is.
No.
And fourthly, she's been bumping since the womb. She was taking bumps while she was in the womb. She's that bitch. Let's get this.
Paige was never good at wrestling. We gotta stop this. AJ Lee wasn't good either. That era was trash.
John, it was nice having you back on. We'll love to have you again sometime. We'll get our people in touch with your people. John, I'm sorry, not really, to do this to you. It's Paige. Paige has had a bigger impact. Will Ospreay doesn't have and might not ever have a movie about his life.
He never will. He never will.
Anybody in the Divas era wasn't good.
Shut the fuck up.
He also takes an L for all the people crying because Seth Rollins was mean to him.
True. Facts.
John, was that you?
To be fair, Seth Rollins kind of had that reaction when Matt Riddle was mean to him. So
we'll fuck him too.
Well, Seth is
also no.
Seth is above. Seth's already above.
No. Seth Rollins had that reaction when Matt Riddle was mean to his wife.
Yeah.
True. Also about him, you know that Seth wasn't.
Catch these hands. That's what's
happening. You know Seth was mad about the
True.
comments about him too. I know. I'm not saying Riddle was right. I'm saying Seth got sensitive when it counted as well.
Nah. Fuck that.
It doesn't matter though.
That's
You man to man. If your thing is you're going to talk about how my wife looks pudgy on screen and should work out more.
Well,
okay, throwing hands.
But what I'm saying is Seth couldn't take the roast either. Like
it doesn't matter.
It's
also not a roast. It's not a roast if you don't know each other. If Matt Riddle can go online and just
Seth didn't know about
every wrestler that's ever lived, have fun on the indies, bud, because you're never going to make it. Have fun. Your peak of your career is going to be the R-Truth Jr. for the rest of your career.
R-Truth's had a great career.
Well, no, he hasn't.
Also,
how many 24/7 titles you got, motherfucker?
Also, to be fair, Sev's criticism was mostly talking about, actually.
He shed on Will Ospreay's livelihood. Okay.
Well, yeah, he should because it's true. What he said was nothing. He said was a lie. Everything
it's a shitty thing to say, though. It's still a shitty thing to say. It's shitty, though.
Like it or hate it, Will Ospreay is out.
Also, the issue with Matt Riddle is Matt Riddle says stupid shit to everyone. It's just
everyone. Before the Rollins thing, which was stupid, Matt Riddle was right to say Goldberg sucks. He was right to say Brock sucks. He's right to say Jericho's an idiot because he is.
So here's the issue,
I love Jericho. He's an idiot.
Hold on. Here's my issue.
He was right to say he likes Booker T.
Matt Riddle specifically said that he wants the thing with Brock was all just a way for him to get into there and work with Brock. He thought that was going to be a way to set up an angle with Brock. So does he really think he sucks, or does he want to work with him?
He sucks. He knows he sucks.
Why does he want to work with him? Why does he want to work with him?
Because he gets fed like the biggest spot on the card for no reason. He gets year-long title reigns.
He knows he's going to take an L, though. Then I don't know why you would want a program to just take a big ass L.
You could be in a world title match. It's a free world title match.
Money.
It's a free world title match. It's advancement in your career.
No, this
Matt Riddle and Huddle Macho are both dorks.
You never even eat in Huddle House, you loser.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what that is.
You're missing out.
Will Ospreay is out. Paige is through. The next matchup should be very interesting. If you're watching, you see it already. But our next matchup here in this first round is Becky Lynch versus the Bastard Pac. You know why we can say bastard, Travis?
Because we're TV 14 now, pal.
That's right. Travis, start us off.
I think it's Damone's turn.
Is it? I lost track because we were arguing about Will Ospreay's bank account.
Oh, this was fucking easy. It's Becky Lynch. It's not even really fucking close.
Kenny?
It's not even close.
I love Pac too, but I'm going to go Becky Lynch.
John?
I'm going to give a little bit more analysis on this. I am agreeing with the crowd and saying Becky Lynch. But the reason I say this is because Neville is more talented than Becky Lynch by a country mile. However, Neville couldn't get a gimmick over to save his life. And because he couldn't do that, he threw a total embarrassing bitch baby fit. Excuse me.
Yeah,
when Enzo Amore rightfully beat him because Enzo Amore is the bigger star. Duh. So that made me lose a lot of respect for Pac or Neville, whatever you want to call him.
He's done it multiple times since.
And he strongholded the Cruiserweight division, which killed the other stars' development and thus left 205 Live to be the cesspool that it is after Enzo leaving. So I'd say Neville was overall bad for WWE, and I don't respect him very much.
And AEW.
He's more talented than Becky, but Becky's a bigger star, and she did a lot more to deserve it.
So I'm also going to vote Becky Lynch, but I'm going to tell you guys why as well. Becky Lynch is a buzzsaw in this tournament. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be like hyperbolic, but like in all seriousness, all jokes aside, all memes aside, everything, Becky Lynch is probably the biggest star in this tournament.
Literally, the Giants in here. Like,
shut up. No,
actually, I don't see another main event at WrestleMania in here. You're right.
Nobody in this tournament besides her has been the face of wrestling. Like, Becky was everywhere.
Yeah. You're right.
So it's Becky.
We miss her.
And I would have also said Becky Lynch. And to be fair, you say that Becky is not as good as Pac. I would say that she's maybe not as athletic as Pac.
But she's better than Pac.
In the ring, it's not close. Pac is so much better, but I don't respect Pac very much. But he doesn't have star power. I know. There's more wrestling than wrestling, and Becky's better at all those things. But when it comes to wrestling, Neville's up here and Becky's down here. But at everything else, it's flip-flop.
Again, though, I think that goes to athletics. Like, Neville is significantly more athletic than Becky. He can do, a red arrow, and I don't know if Becky could.
Yeah, but that's a part of wrestling, being a great athlete, and I give people extra points for that. But you should be a good athlete. You should be able to do that. That should be the standard.
But I think that also goes to what style of wrestling you like.
Yeah.
I'm not like 1,000% flips. I'm just saying you should be capable. Like, Seth Rollins is a great example. Or before Matt Riddle took a lot of L's in real life, Matt Riddle, where you are capable of doing all that flippy shit and doing all those combos and all that. Right? Fuck no.
Why? He can do flips.
He does.
He hasn't tried since 2003 and he busted his head. Shut up, idiot.
He actually did in Japan, but that's fine.
Okay. Not canon.
The next matchup is probably, it could be it's a banger. Roddy Piper.
It's a blowout.
Roddy Piper versus Tyler Bate. Starting with Travis?
Yeah, it's Travis.
Travie.
Travie T says it's Roddy Piper.
Very good. John?
I'm going with Tyler Bate, actually. Tyler Bate is a prodigy. He hasn't reached his peak yet.
Anything? How can you be a prodigy and not do anything? That's my question.
He's won championships in NXT UK. He's put on bangers of matches. He's won the NXT UK championship, hasn't he?
He was the first one.
He was the first championship.
What is NXT?
He's had 5-star matches.
It's really important to the UK, which, is part of Europe, which is this whole fucking bracket.
It's the first step in the globalization of WWE.
So what I will say, it's just, for me, it's the talent margin is too wide. I love Roddy Piper as a promo and who he inspired, but Tyler Bate is so much more talented. It's not close. I'm going Tyler Bate.
Kenny.
All right. 1-1 to Kenny.
I'm going Roddy Piper. He is probably one of the greatest heels we've ever seen do it. And I think he should definitely go on. Yeah, if we're going moveset wise, it's going to be Tyler Bates better, but he can't help that he was wrestling back in the 80s and 90s. And
he had to live up to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I was about to say. But I think
was a bad athlete even for them, though.
I will say this, though. Roddy Piper chose multiple times to not win the world title.
Did he?
Hogan tried to put him over multiple times. And
Hogan tried to put somebody over?
Piper said, there's no way you're going to put me over because I'm the biggest heel in this motherfucking business. And I'll be damned if I'm going to have them cheering me when I beat you.
Well, there you go. He's selfless too. So
I like that. I respect that. I didn't know that Hogan wanted to put somebody over. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh, there's a few people that Hogan wanted to put over.
Who'd have thunk?
And I was honestly a big fan of Roddy Piper when he was in WCW too.
And he had a kilt.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely Roddy Piper. He should have beaten Hogan when the NWO started. Because he did beat Hogan, but they had it not for he choked out Hogan, but it wasn't for the world title. And then he came back and then lost to Hogan because WCW is stupid.
It was a mistake.
But yeah, it's Roddy Piper. He inspired so many. Tyler Bate has the potential to be great, but I can't go off of potential. I have to go off what you've done so far. So it's Roddy Piper.
Tyler Bate is young as fuck, I'll say, and he has done a lot for his age. He's like my age or younger. And
Roddy Piper 25, I think.
Yeah, he's like about my age.
All right. I would have definitely said Roddy Piper, even though he's been ducking the trash man, his true nemesis, for years. There it is.
He comes up with more obscure references than Damone, and that's a hard thing to do.
Damone gets that reference because he just watched the episode.
I did. It's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That's my show, man. That's my show.
The Birds of War.
Yeah.
We
greatest action in wrestling history.
Yes.
Next up, we have the Pirate, Paul Burchill, versus your king, the king, WWE's king, William Regal.
Weren't they on a team at one point?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's William Regal.
I think William
it's
Regal
not really close.
Every British wrestler that was in his era.
Yes, he did.
Either fought them or teamed with them.
Triple H when he was a French guy in
Triple Levesque.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul Levesque. Paul Levesque.
Yep. When they tried to make him be French, and even though he couldn't speak French.
Yeah. That was Ric Flair. Ric Flair said, "Wait, your name's Paul Levesque? Oh, so you're French? Okay, you're Jean-Paul Levesque. That's your thing now."
That's it.
Triple H is like, I don't speak
he
French.
Walked away from
Get
him.
out there.
He's like, I don't speak French, and Flair was walking away. Woo! Woo!
Mid Coke binge.
So 1 for William Regal, Kenny.
Yep.
I hate it when Kenny plays with the screen. It's like he's playing.
I was moving it out the way because my messenger's going crazy. I'm gonna go.
I know when
hotline. I love Paul Burchill too, but I gotta go William Regal.
I was gonna say you thought about that for a long time.
No, I just wanted because I really like Paul Burchill. Like
I do too.
When he was on the Pirate thing.
That's fair. That's fair. You used up everyone's thinking time on this.
Yeah, this should be a wash. This should have been like a bam, 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 Regal. So
he's a man.
A manly man.
Oh, is it my turn
right.
now?
Yeah, it is.
Travis. Yeah. Can you really even? Next up, we have Finn Balor versus Carl Gotch. Travis.
All right.
Oh God, Travis. For those listening, Travis is taking off his jacket.
He's about to say something.
He's about to say something.
Finn Balor. Forward to this stupid take.
Finn Balor is about as good as Bret Hart.
Oh, shut your ass.
It's really easy to like. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. Finn Balor is my pick. I'm voting for Finn Balor. That's just because I don't know anything enough about Carl Gotch to vote him.
All right, cool. Finn Balor for Travis. Let's
hold up. I'm gonna keep talking. You're not gonna stop.
He's got to dig his hole and get his L in.
So Finn Balor it's proven that he's not that great, and I'm gonna show you.
Oh, there's statistical data on it.
He was great. He was great that in New Japan. He was great in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
But once he got to the big leagues, he was shown to be just another guy.
He won
got lost in the shuffle
and the Intercontinental title multiple times, and got a good match out of Bobby Lashley in his worst period.
He did jump straight to the Universal Championship.
That's great. And then did nothing else after that. So
he
that's
beat
awesome.
Roman Reigns on his first night.
Okay, talk about the rest of his career.
That's why I did.
He is currently the NXT champion.
He won multiple Intercontinental Championships. And he had a great match at WrestleMania where he made.
Did he? Because I don't remember anything he fucking did.
Well, that's your own fucking brain.
You don't watch wrestling.
I'm so sick of John like praising all these mid card guys as gods. Like, chill out. Okay, Matt Riddle is a.
Sorry, I don't agree with the 80-year-old in charge. Okay. Sorry, bro.
Matt Riddle is a fucking mid carder for life.
He's a great wrestler who ruined his career with his personal actions. He is mid card. Finn Balor
is a mid card wrestler. Finn Balor is a mid card wrestler when he's put into the world stage. When he's in local shows like NXT or New Japan, which are just little ass indie shows.
New Japan's not indie.
No, New Japan is not indie.
Yes, it is. In comparison to WWE, yes, it fucking is.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
That's
he's a little star. He's a big fish in a little pond, and that's it. Period.
And then
it's easy to look like a shark when you're swimming with guppies. Shut the fuck up.
That's so disrespectful.
I'm just going to let this idiot finish so I can debunk him real quick. So I'm about to just take a big, steaming, stinky, green shit all over his take. So, of course, my vote is for Finn Balor. Keith's not here to record it. But here's the thing, Travis. You neglected the rest of his career because you didn't watch it. And I'm not the biggest Finn Balor fan.
I've seen enough.
I think he's upper mid. But he not only won the Intercontinental Championship multiple times throughout his stay on the main roster, as well as the Universal Championship. Okay, and R-Truth's great. R-Truth's great. So, going on, he also peddled a shit ton of merch because he could get over on the main roster despite being a limited promo. And what he really sold me as a wrestler on the main roster, which I thought he was kind of upper mid in terms of wrestling, was when Bobby Lashley was going through a period of time where he was obviously sleepwalking through his matches and didn't give a shit. And Finn Balor got that man to put on what I would call a 4-star match. It was very good for the Intercontinental Championship he had because he was in the Intercontinental title picture for 2 years straight and fringe on the Universal title picture. He had at least 3 or 4 other matches for it, or at least number one contender matches. So he was in the picture. So to say he was just swimming in nothingness. He's not Ricochet right now where he's just getting beaten by people and jobbing out every week. I love Ricochet, but Finn Balor wasn't having that type of career on the main roster. He was in world title matches.
I'm sorry, John. Interrupt you.
Why do you say it like that? Name?
Ricochet?
No, I'll say I've noticed him say it before.
I thought he's been saying it for a while.
Yeah,
okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said.
I thought he was talking about Rico for a second.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it, I'm making a point. Fuck me.
No. Thank you.
Let me finish my goddamn point. Let me finish my point. I'm shitting on Travis here.
Let John finish his point before he calls the manager on us.
God damn.
Let me finish taking his shit on Travis's take, okay? So to insist that he was some kind of jobber, just lost in the shuffle, not doing anything when he got to the main roster is cap. He was in world title matches. He was consistently holding the Intercontinental Championship. He was bringing the best out of guys like Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, who were both sleepwalking through their runs at the time. And quite frankly, he was a big success. Also, he peddled a shit ton of merch and was able to get over despite being a limited promo, which we haven't seen since the likes of the great Jeff Hardy. He's not dead. He probably should be after all the shit he's done, but he's alive. Jeff Hardy. So,
I was going to say you killed Jeff Hardy before the drugs.
Travis, hold this massive L, and it's a vote for Finn Balor now that Keith's here to record it.
Finn Balor. Kenny?
I completely agree. I completely agree with you. Finn Balor is definitely in there, and I think he is a cold wrestler. I've been following him since he was Prince Devitt, and I think so. For you to say Japan is a minor league, that's different.
It is.
It is
the minor league. If you know anything compared to WWE is the minor leagues. Period.
New Japan is more relevant in Japan than WWE is in America. Think about that.
It's true. Wrestlers are superstars over there. Over here,
Drew McIntyre won't get recognized in Walmart here, bro. I love Drew McIntyre, but come on.
New Japan. I must say, there's a lot. Right, Prince, he's done a lot, and he pretty much he led pretty much the NWO version.
He started Bullet Club.
New Japan, but that Bullet Club.
He started it.
That's a huge thing. We can't play him like that.
It's easy to be a shark when you're swimming with guppies.
And that's disrespect for the whole
That is
chapter.
not
Once you got put in with the Sharks, you did nothing.
Can
You were
somebody mute
acting like a
Travis?
goldfish.
Okay, I disagree with Travis on
Travis
this
is a
one.
real life heel tonight.
Yeah, I think that it's Finn. Clearly,
I
Finn
voted
wins
Finn.
it. But I also don't think Finn. The injury fucked Finn pretty hard before he got injured, he was super over. There was a point where my wife, who doesn't like wrestling at all, she wanted a Finn Balor shirt.
Well, it's
like I know. Well, probably.
And that happened to a lot of people because he sold a shit ton of shirts.
Yeah, there were a lot of people who love Finn for that. The demon character was really cool and got him fucking over.
It's true.
And I think it was Finn. Even though I do have the hot take that the Bullet Club was overrated.
But because you hate the Young Bucks.
Saying, like the fucking ground's getting wet from all the drool you guys are spewing while sucking this man.
But you haven't. I don't think you watched the Bullet Club like history, so like that. They were cold, bro. That was legit like a mob. Like they were beat you and do this shit, bro. That shit was.
You're missing my point. I think he was good. He's good. He was the best guy in New Japan. He was the best guy in NXT for a while. But when he got to the big leagues and was put against other superstars, when they went and collected all the big stars from all those other little ponds and put them all together, he was shown to be one of the smaller fish. That's
small though.
But that's them though. That's them not know how to use people. They did it with EC3. They was complaining about how they did with EC3 too. They do.
He's also same thing.
You lost me with the EC3 one.
But, I remember the hype. Everybody wanted EC3 to be that guy, and they didn't know how to use him. And
it's not even just that he was poorly booked, though. Like,
here's the thing.
They wanted Matt Hardy to be the fucking guy. When he went to at 45 years old, they were like, he should be the fucking man. Yo, look at him. He's doing the broken thing. Oh, my God, this is amazing. Anybody that does anything in those fucking shows just gets bigged up for no reason.
Balor wasn't a small-time guy, though. He was a multiple-time IC champion. No, he was in world title matches.
He also won the Universal title, the first Universal title.
And he would have 2 years.
Yeah, and he would have been bigger if he never got injured. If he doesn't get injured, I think he's still towards the top.
He was a top 5 merch seller in the whole company. Like, that's not a small-time guy. This isn't Ricochet. This isn't fucking like he's not losing every week. He's not like getting jobbed out. He's not at the bottom of the card. He's not on main event. He was on the top of the card or close to it for 2 years. The whole time he was there. Like, he wasn't winning world titles in the picture.
Moving on.
Travis L is so big.
Speaking of moving on, Finn Balor is moving on. And I would have picked Finn Balor too. He's probably my favorite wrestler right now. Plus his entrance where he sits on the ropes and puts his arms back and
that's cool.
Forward. That's how I enter the bedroom.
All right, first off,
3 minutes of your life.
Chill the fuck out. Secondly, I just want to say that was the longest wash we've ever had. Like, that was a clean sweep, and we just argued for like 10 minutes.
Because you are so stupid.
Not only did you say something disrespectful, you said like 10 things disrespectful in that whole thing.
Yeah, you did.
You could have just said, "Oh, I don't think Finn Balor is that great of a wrestler. He's overhyped." You were like, "Oh no, New Japan is."
You said things that weren't factually true.
Hey, listen, fuck him, fuck New Japan, and fuck it.
You're tripping.
I didn't realize Travis lost the presidency this year.
He did. He just canceled himself. He just Drew Brees himself.
Next up should possibly be a wash, but it could not. Starting from Damone going up, it is Peter Dunn versus Vladimir Kozlov.
If you're expecting it to be a wash, you're probably not gonna enjoy this because I'm going Vladimir Kozlov.
Wow. So
I put Vladimir Kozlov in, but I can't pick him over Pete Dunne, bro. I can't.
I just think I'm going for the impact thing. He had a bigger impact so far. Even though I think Pete Dunne is better.
Bro, like, Pete Dunne is best friends with your favorite wrestler.
I know, but it's easy to be friends with Pat McAfee.
I don't think it's easy to be friends with Pat McAfee.
It is. Well, don't
talk about Triple H. I was like, I think it's a conflict of interest.
Well, don't suck. That's easy. Just don't suck. If you don't suck, you can be friends with Pat.
Don't quick,
suck.
Damone. Pat McAfee versus Triple H. Who wins?
Triple H.
Okay.
I take McAfee.
Actually, McAfee probably does win. Triple H probably puts him over.
That's when Triple H retires. Is to Pat McAfee.
Is it at WrestleMania?
Yeah, it's at WrestleMania.
No, it's at NXT Takeover WrestleMania.
But yes, Triple H definitely loses.
Yeah, Triple H probably would put him over, honestly.
So one for Kenny, or one for Pete, one for Vladimir, going to John.
This is actually a little bit tougher for me than you'd think, because Vladimir Kozlov, though he wasn't very skilled, he did provide a lot of entertainment to me through the time he was there. He wasn't the focal point, but he was in a lot of feuds I was invested in. If that, like the peak Hardy Boys World Championship runs, he was a big part of those.
I'm not gonna lie, I do not remember Vladimir Kozlov other than hanging out with Santino.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to do something and admit I'm a fucking idiot and I'm blaming the medication. I mixed up Vladimir Kozlov with Nikolai Volkov. So I'm retracting everything I just said.
They are right next to each other.
And I'm retracting everything I just said and going with Pete Dunne.
When you said that, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm going with Pete
What
Dunne.
does Vladimir Kozlov have to do with the Hardy Boys?
Oh, he was a big part of like their world championship runs. Like he was feuding with Matt Hardy at the time that Matt got jealous of Jeff. And Vladimir Kozlov also was a big part of Jeff Hardy winning the world championship. So he played a big role in that era of time that I was really invested in. But Pete Dunne is a lot better, and I'm going with Pete Dunne.
Okay.
I was more talking about, when I put Vladimir Kozlov in this, I was thinking more of the serious one. I wasn't thinking the goofy one that was with Santino Marella.
I would hope so. I don't remember the serious one, but
he didn't have entrance music.
He wasn't.
He came out in a gi, I think.
Oh,
yeah, he came out in a gi. Yeah.
So it's Pete Dunne moving on, but Travis, who would you have voted for?
I don't know, Pete Dunne.
Okay, me too.
The Bruiserweight.
He's got banger music too.
This one's a banger.
Ooh, this one is a banger. Next up we have Nikolai Volkov versus Nigel Mcginnis, and we're starting with Travis.
Volkov.
Winding his arm up. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to crack my shoulder.
Oh, I thought you were like gearing up.
No, my back and shoulders are hurting me.
I'm gonna go Nigel Mcginnis.
Very good. Going to Kenny.
I am also going Nigel Mcginnis. I think he is great in ring. My only argument would be for Nikolai Volkov would be the fact that he was pretty good as a heel, but I'm still going Nigel Mcginnis.
Damn, pretty good. All right, Damone.
I'm going Nigel Mcginnis as well. He was so good for his time. He would have had if he didn't get injured.
Was he?
He would have probably been he was supposed to go to the WWE, and then he couldn't pass a physical, and then he became Desmond Wolfe in TNA, and I loved him as Desmond Wolfe.
Me too.
Travis, he's been good on all the shows you don't watch.
Yeah, so he was great as he was a legit threat to Kurt Angle. The second he went into TNA, he was a legit threat, and I loved the Tower of London finisher.
Yep,
I love that. So yeah, I'm going with Nigel Mcginnis.
Hot take. I hated Desmond Wolfe. I like Nigel Mcginnis, but I didn't like that.
I love Desmond Wolfe. He was so good.
I didn't like that.
So Nigel Mcginnis moves on. Next up, we have. I would have voted for Nigel Mcginnis. His matches in Ring of Honor are amazing. I wish he would have had enough gas left in the tank for WWE, at least a small run, or at least going through UK maybe. But it is what it is. He put his body through hell for years to get to the level that he got, and then still one of the best announcers right now, I think. Next up, we have Alistair Black versus Ivan Putski.
Putski.
It's my turn, right?
Wet ass Putski.
Yes.
I'm going with Alistair Black. I don't know enough about Putski, to be honest. Like, I know the bare basics. So I'm going with Alistair Black, even though I think he's going to be very limited on the main roster in general, just because he's smaller than me. So I'm going with Alistair Black.
All right. Kenny?
I'm going fellow Book It member, High Five Mike, Alistair Black. I think he's No, I'm gonna go with him. Yeah. I've never been a fan of Ivan Putski.
Yeah, I'm going Alistair Black too. He's a little too protected for his size, and that really limits him. But yeah, it almost hurts him. So yeah, Alistair Black.
I'm going with Alistair Black, and I agree with everything they said. He should be on 205 Live. If they actually put all the big personality cruiserweights on the cruiserweight show would actually make sense and be a big
I
deal.
agree.
But
I don't think anyone will watch it still, though.
I think
do.
I think if you put like Finn Balor,
Chad Gable,
Chad
Mysterio,
Gable, Ray,
Ricochet, Rey Mysterio,
Tyler Breeze in his prime, which they did after his prime, but if they would have done it in his prime.
Tyler Breeze should be the best Intercontinental Champion.
He should have taken Ziggler's like fucking reign as
they could have put Ziggler on 205 Live.
Yeah,
first of all, Miz is the best Intercontinental Champion.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Miz is the best.
Second best.
No. Razor Ramon.
No, not Razor. Anywho. Next, we have, oh my God, this is a massacre match. Santino Marella.
We watch a man die.
I'd love to watch this match.
It is your turn, Travis.
There you go. You did it wrong, though.
Valtter.
There you go.
The thing,
you.
Travis just signaled for the Cobra.
Let's start with this. And then
unironic Santino vote.
So
wow, really?
Yep, I loved him. He had a bigger impact on the business.
I'm also going Santino Marella.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
I don't either because
Santino he paved the way for comedy wrestling to go somewhere.
Paved the way for comedy. Are you fucking
to really hit where it did without Santino doing what he did.
Oh, so the Bushwhackers are just a joke to you?
Well, technically, yes.
But you know what I mean? The like comedy wrestling went to new heights after Santino happened.
All right, guys, I'm going to start this over. Let's think about this. As the representative for Europe,
it's fucking Valtter. He's literally the biggest star in Europe right now.
Keith, it's 2-2.
It's not. It's I voted 1.
No, I voted Valtter.
He voted Valtter.
I thought
I did.
He did the whole thing, and then he did Valtter.
Oh, thank God.
The chop.
Oh, thank God.
It's 2-1. It's 2-1.
He would fucking the Cobra would have been shoved down his throat by Valtter. Like literally.
And if the fans would have loved it because Santino is so entertaining.
It would have been shoved down his throat. Valtter is terrifying. If he wanted to wrestle in America, which he doesn't, if he wanted to wrestle in America, he'd be a fucking star in America
right now.
He'd be a world champion.
Disagree.
Right now.
Disagree. He would not.
He would be in that category.
He would
be a contender. So yeah, it's Valtter.
He's already got a faction.
Santino's done more for the business.
Little bit. John,
you don't have to be the world champion. You could be a star in your role, and that's what Santino did.
Well, you should know your role.
God damn it!
Because it's Valtter, and I want John to get Valtter chopped in the chest.
I'd sell it like a motherfucker.
You wouldn't have to, you know.
In honor of my dad,
it hurts.
In honor of my dad, Dolph Ziggler, I'd do like a double backflip across the ring when he did it.
Oh my gosh, we are in the second
round.
That would
be in honor of your grandpa Hickenbottom.
We are heading into round 2, and speaking of heading into round 2, if you're looking to take your love partner to round 2, head on over to organiclovin.com/T13, where you can go and find some of their adult toys and adult seminars to take your game to the next level. Right now, you can also use promo code T13. That's T1 THREE when you check out to get 10% off of your next order. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
Yeah, I'm assuming Kenny. I assume Kenny's doing the Roman Reigns thing.
That's exactly what I was doing.
He said.
Until I put my foot in it. Until I started using my foot. Oh.
He was about to wear that girl's pants. Like
Kenny was about to go have a sack race.
Literally.
Yeah. First up in round 2, Nikki, greatest wrestler in the universe, Cross versus Bruno, 15-year champion San Martino.
It's Bruno. Like let's move it. Let's move on. It's Bruno.
I'm also going Bruno.
Everyone going Bruno?
Nope. I'm going Nikki Cross.
I would have went Nikki Cross.
Travis? 2-2.
No, Travis said Bruno, didn't he?
He said Bruno.
I already clicked Bruno on.
I thought about changing it to Nikki Cross.
Next one is the second round of bangers for British Bulldog. It is British Bulldog versus Cesaro.
Voices.
It's me, right?
Yeah, Travis.
Cesaro.
Cesaro.
Kenny?
Cesaro.
Bulldog.
You know what? I lied. I meant to say Bulldog.
God damn it.
So it's only Keith.
It's on me.
Yeah, that was my bad. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
This is
Taking a
actually
rare
pretty
W.
tough.
They have very similar career arcs.
Yeah.
They do. I feel like as far as ability goes, I feel like Cesaro is more agile and more.
He's also
has a bigger range.
He's also smaller. He's a lethal man.
But I feel like he's also just about as strong.
That's fine, but he's still a lethal man.
He's not little.
Compared to British Bulldog, he is.
I mean, he wasn't beefed up on steroids.
It's not to a fault, though, because he's just as strong. If he can accomplish so much more while being more shredded.
He doesn't look as good. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Hold on. He's not as ripped. He doesn't look as good at that way in his body type. Also, the British Bulldog had fucking bad bitch British Bulldog boxer braids. He did. And Cesaro doesn't even have any hair.
And then he came back with a fucking flat top and jeans. So like he ruined it.
Yeah.
You ever see Cesaro's chest?
Did the British Bulldog have any hair? Was the British Bulldog in the Brawl for It All?
No.
Okay. I thought for some reason he was. Anyways, I'm gonna go with Cesaro as Europeans representative as a whole. British Bulldog is great for Britain. But
so you're going Cesaro?
C.
W.
Next up, we have another hard-hitting match in Fit Finley versus Drew McIntyre. Damone?
Weren't they in the King's Court?
I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre. I was really close going to Fit Finley, but I think this current run puts Drew over Fit.
And very good. Kenny?
Wasn't this our tag team we used to help Regal? Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yep.
I'm going Drew McIntyre as well.
It was.
Good callback.
The King's Court falling apart. Or the Regal Court. Kenny? Or, I'm sorry, John?
I'm going Drew McIntyre too. Face of the company.
Travis?
Same, exactly what John just said.
Absolutely.
If we did this 2 years ago, it would have been Fit.
Yeah, 2 years ago would have been Fit Finley for me too.
This match is ugly.
This next match is ugly. But I would like to see how it plays out. It's Andre the Giant versus Paige.
Me?
Travis.
Paige is 10 times the wrestler as he is. She's also 10 times better on the mic. Has a similar enough level of character. Has more just overall, I think she's changed the business more than he has. She has a bigger impact. It's Paige by a lot. Like everybody's gonna look at this and think this is a mismatch. Yeah, it is because Paige washes this man.
So I will say that I am picking Paige. However, the L there is that the acting career, Andre the Giant's was much better than Paige's.
We're not doing.
Shut up, idiot! I'm still talking.
I would towards that. It is about being pop culture and going into the mainstream.
No, it's not.
Andre was much bigger for the business, but Paige is dating Ronnie Radke, and that's enough to get past Andre the Giant.
I'm supposed to be hearing about Robert Ratpiss.
Robert Rat.
His name's not Robert.
Robert Ratpiss.
Kenny?
If we're talking acting, I'm also going Paige as well. I've seen her video with Xavier Woods, and I think,
bro.
All right, this is our last episode of Book It.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, Kenny, but I'm looking at this Ronnie Radke guy, and guys, we had a chance. Like, we had a shot with Paige.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, he still might.
Yeah, I'm twice the man he is. Like,
Common L. Greatest rock singer of all time.
That's a hot flaming L.
Like
that is, that ruined. You got to take a timeout, John.
Oh, you're gonna say Kurt Cobain's better or something?
I mean,
Anywho,
it is, but
Damone.
It's not.
It's Paige.
Yeah.
Did anybody vote for Andre the Giant?
I don't think so.
What did you vote for?
Kenny?
Oh, I said Paige.
Okay. I I think Andre would put Paige over anyway.
Probably.
Probably.
So I'm with it.
As long as he could be in her next video.
Oh God.
There's nothing wrong with it. I've made sex tapes.
Can that be on your Twitch stream?
Hey, as long as it's voluntary and
I mean, there's something wrong with them releasing it. Like they're shitty people.
Yeah, it being released.
You're a piece of shit.
Sounds.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at Paige for doing it. Like,
yeah,
have your fun, girl.
Yeah, whatever you do with your partners, your partner or partners,
organicleaven.com/T13 promo code T13
is your business. It's it getting released that was the problem,
and not her problem.
Oh,
yeah, not her problem. It's the people who released it.
Next up, this would be a hell of a war of the words on the microphone. Becky Lynch versus Roddy Piper. She already beat his daughter, Ronda Rousey. Now she's going for the dad.
So before anybody votes real quick, I just want to say that this is Becky Lynch's toughest matchup in the entire
so far.
Yeah.
No, just overall.
Probably
like, she's
is
not going to have another hard. Like, there's nothing harder than this.
She could go up against Drew McIntyre.
I don't care.
I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Don't stop trying to ruin the bracket, Travis.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that my piece. You guys can have different opinions. I'm allowed to have my own.
Your opinion is too right for one.
So I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch, even though that hurts to do the Roddy. Even though Roddy did have a great role in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia as the maniac. He had kids. Never mind. So yeah, I'm going with Becky Lynch.
That one took me a minute. Kenny, who are you going with?
I'm here to chew gum. It's like no, I'm
to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
Yeah, I thought I'm still going Becky Lynch, but I still think that's like one of the greatest like baby faces against one of the greatest heels. So this is a great matchup. But I'm going Becky Lynch.
I'm here to chew ass and kick bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. John,
I'm going Becky Lynch as well.
Travis,
it's Becky Lynch.
By an Irish mile.
Yeah. Not by
I don't know what that means, but
it's tougher than I don't know either. I think it's a country mile, but
like a country mile, but longer. Maybe?
I don't know what a country mile is either, but it's the thing is that Becky Lynch is just as I said in the last round, she's a buzzsaw, and it's terrible for anybody that runs into her.
Yes. Speaking of the next person to run into her, William Regal versus Finn Balor.
It's my turn, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's William Regal.
Finn Balor.
Kenny?
I'm also going Finn Balor.
I'm going with William Regal. For your longevity, he was towards the top at one point. They were both towards the top at one point, and I prefer William Regal's run towards the top. Plus, he did it, and he did comedy, he did serious stuff, and he's been a great general manager. And his impact on the business.
And he was a great commissioner.
And he's a great commissioner. And his impact on the business, because he's trained so many wrestlers.
True.
It's William Regal.
I will say this before Keith goes to break the tie. About training wrestlers, Finn Balor did train Becky Lynch, so
that's
and
true.
Finn Balor created the Bullet Club, which did get a shit ton
Finn
of
Balor trained Becky Lynch. He trained Jordan Devlin. He trained. I don't think he trained. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. As much as I love Finn Balor, like I said, favorite wrestler, it's William Regal. Just for what you said, all the reasons you guys all said already. I mean, I hate to do it, but it's the King's Court. Next up, and probably one of the most technically hard-hitting matches, I would say, Pete Dunne versus Nigel Mcginnis.
I'm going Nigel because I think he had a better because Pete's so young still. I would say it's Nigel. He had at the time he was one of the greatest to never go the WWE.
Go on, Kenny.
I'm also going Nigel Mcginnis. Him and Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan. They both had some great matches.
What?
Yeah.
I'm also going Nigel Mcginnis because Pete Dunne's always needed to rely on somebody. He hasn't really done much on his own yet. Like he's had Roderick Strong, Matt Riddle, Pat McAfee.
Did you just start watching NXT last year?
No, like even British Strong Style and Roderick Strong, like I said, he's always had somebody making him better, and he hasn't really developed. I think Nigel Mcginnis has done more on his own than Pete Dunne has.
So for sure.
Yeah.
I'm voting Nigel Mcginnis, but Pete Dunne is a much better talent than Matt Riddle. So quit playing yourself.
Matt Riddle's on the bracket. I just said that his run with them was good.
No, you said that he needed Matt Riddle to make him better.
Somebody.
Matt Riddle
did make him better.
Matt Riddle needed Pete Dunne.
Put Pete Dunne on the stick, and they're not getting over like they did.
Yeah, literally, Riddle had to tag with Pete Dunne because he just got beaten up by Tim Thatcher.
That happened after.
John's actually not wrong on that.
Your timeline's off.
John's not wrong on that one because I love Pete Dunne is great and he's great in ring, but he has the same issue that a lot of them have where they don't have an overall gimmick. Like the bruiserweight is cool, but it's not really a gimmick. And I can't think of a great promo. Like at least kind of Riddle, his gimmick. Even though it is kind of his gimmick, but Matt Riddle has the whole bro thing. They had great chemistry together. Right,
that was Matt Riddle's best work. That was Pete Dunne's best work. They were great together. I'm sad that's over.
Right.
All right, bro. So, Nigel Mcginnis moves on.
Bro.
Next up, we have Alistair Black versus Valtter. Travis.
I like Alistair Black more, but it's Valtter.
I'm kind of the other way around. I like Walter, but it's Alistair Black.
Kenny?
I am going Alistair Black.
I am going Valtter because he is European wrestling right now. Like his slaps have been like he literally was getting he's gotten slaps over.
Yeah.
Just a fucking slap to the chest. He's going.
Yeah, that's called a chop. I just want to put that out there.
Chop,
but
slap.
he also does. I mean, his slaps like to the face.
Yeah,
literally, he's just bear pawing people out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to
clarify.
Yeah, I want to clarify. That's called a chop.
Okay.
For the play-by-play, they should know these moves.
Again, tied up. I'm going Valtter. Just for the same reasons Damone said. I think his unwillingness to come to the U.S. makes him more of a European representative.
Shout out to the. Oh, good.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was just going to say because why would he need it to? The Elite Eight. Shout out to the Elite Eight. I like this.
There you go.
First round of the Elite Eight is Bruno San Martino versus Cesaro. Starting with Damone.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one. Because I'm going impact versus like ability. I'm gonna go with Bruno, even though I'm gonna lose.
Maybe.
I think Cesaro has somewhat become a little overrated. Like I think he's very good, but I don't think he's a world champion. Personally, because I think he's super limited outside of in-ring. But I'm going with Bruno because Bruno was pro wrestling for 15 years.
Yeah. Kenny?
I'm going Cesaro on that. I'm going in-ring over the impact on this one.
Right on. John?
Bruno wouldn't be a world champion in today's wrestling. Cesaro has all the tools.
Nub.
So it's Cesaro day. There's not one thing Cesaro can't do. He's so perfect of a wrestler. Cesaro all day.
Cesaro wouldn't be a world champion in Bruno's time either.
Yes, he would. No, he would 1,000% be.
If he did the swing on Andre the Giant, oh my God, he would be touring based on that alone.
John Studd, people would freak out.
He would be the Hulk Hogan.
just swinging everybody in the territories. Oh my God, Cesaro would have been so over.
And the thing is that would be his finish. Like, he wouldn't even need it. That would be it.
No, he wouldn't need the neutralizer.
Nope.
He could literally, Cesaro would be the fucking champion.
Straight up, Cesaro got an uppercut over for a while.
Cesaro versus Ric Flair would be the biggest fucking feud of.
I don't know, dude. I don't think the athletes of back day. Maybe like he would elevate the mid card up to his level. I feel like because they were the only ones that could probably keep up with him.
I feel that.
Him and Alex Wright would have had a good match. Remember him from WCW?
Alex Wright.
Alex Wright.
We could have put him in technically.
Is it?
I was just thinking about that too.
Yeah, Travis, it's your turn.
Travis.
When he was the final solution.
It's Cesaro because it's everything we just said. It's Cesaro.
Absolutely. Cesaro for sure.
Yeah, he was right. I lost.
Nobody's winners or losers on Book It.
No, you're all a bunch of.
I'm pretty sure I lose pretty consistently. I'm a jobber on Book It.
You really are. You're following in Dolph's footsteps.
Oh,
just like my dad.
Hey, one of these days you're gonna cash in.
That's all you need to do. One cash in.
That's your one time. Next up, we have Drew McIntyre versus.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Drew?
Yeah, don't do that.
Tell me what I can't do.
It's my turn, right?
Yes, it is.
No, mine's fine. I finished it.
Well, I didn't want to give Travis a turn.
It's Drew McIntyre by like a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
It is Drew McIntyre by a lot. Paige was never that good in wrestling.
I'm not saying that, but
Not after that video I saw. I'm going Paige.
So,
I'm also going Drew. Honestly, this would be another. If 2 years ago you asked me, I would have said Paige. But now I would say it's definitely Drew because he's proven he can be the face of a show.
I would have said Paige just because I want her to make it. I want her to make it to the finals against
Valtter.
But it's Drew McIntyre. Moving on. Next up, we have Becky the Man Lynch versus William the Manly Man Regal.
Battle of the Man.
This is
he's
actually
also the man. No, here's the thing. Hold on. Should we even be arguing about this? Listen, he's a man. She's the man.
He's a manly man.
He's a manly man.
But that's not that's part of it. But it's the first thing in his song is he's a man. He's a manly man. He's a man. He's a man.
Don't say anymore because we're gonna get a cease and desist.
He paved the footsteps for her to become the man.
I want the smoke.
I like that.
I'm going William Regal.
Shut
like
the fuck up.
I think hold on, hear me out here. Becky Lynch has had a great year and a half.
No, she's had her year and a half is better than his whole career. Chill out.
But I think longevity matters. Like I think being able to have longevity matters. Like
I think being the face of wrestling matters.
I think the same thing with like certain guys against Austin. Like I think Austin was really good for like that 3-4 year period, but he had this very short career and same with The Rock. Part of the reason issue with The Rock is longevity. Had a very short career.
Okay, I have a question.
That Becky Lynch is great, but I'm going William Regal, and you're not changing my mind.
Okay. Hold on, but I have a question. Okay.
Yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bob Backlund.
But you can make an argument for Bob Backlund.
No, what are you picking?
No, you can't.
I'm picking Stone Cold.
Shut the fuck up and vote for Becky Lynch.
I'm not voting for Becky Lynch. I'm voting for William Regal. Fuck you.
William Regal is a lot more important than Bob Backlund, though.
And plus, when I think of
because Bob Backlund is a fucking world champion.
Yes,
multiple times.
He wouldn't be in William Regal's era.
Also, when you think of European wrestling, Becky Lynch isn't the first person to come to mind. William Regal is.
She's a European star. She's the biggest European star ever.
Okay,
period.
But when I say, hey, name a European wrestler.
Her biggest test was fucking Roddy Piper, who isn't even from fucking...
You can fucking keep saying that, but it doesn't make it fucking true.
It is! Who the fuck else is on her level?
William Regal. Shut the fuck up. William Regal, actually, you're wrong. You are right. William Regal isn't on her level. He's above it because he's beating her. It's William Regal.
Kenny?
Because when I think of Europe, I think William Regal before I think Becky.
That's dumb.
Kenny?
I'm thinking you can take my arm, you can take my belt, but you can't take my spear. I'm going Becky Lynch.
Yeah. I love both of these wrestlers. I really do. They both have done great things for the business. They both entertain me a whole lot. This is one of the few times where either would be a W. But I love watching Travis lose his shit, so I'm voting William Regal.
Yes.
It's Becky Lynch. Keith, don't do this, man. Don't
Man,
fucking.
I have a lot of power in my hands.
Just imagine the freak out Travis just had, but like times 10.
No, because I've already released it. So like, if it's going to be sadness at this point because like you guys are memeing that. Like, there's no way.
I'm not memeing it. I love William Regal.
No, shut the fuck up.
Travis might shit himself.
Right, I make for some good content. The thing is, as Travis made the point at the start, William Regal is a man. Becky Lynch is the man. It's Becky Lynch.
Thank God.
Okay, I'm not
even that close.
It's close. You make it. I'm not even mad that Becky won. I'm fine with her winning. You're
dumb. You don't know what's going on. You're just halfway.
Damone wasn't that hot of a take on Damone's end.
You make it seem like it's the hottest take in the world.
William Regal's not Tyler Bate.
Backlund. It's the same thing, same scenario. He chose Austin because he knows what the fuck's up. It literally is.
You're treating William Regal like he's
actually,
like
you're right. It's not. You're not. Austin and Backlund are way closer in comparison. They're way more comparable than William Regal and Becky Lynch. William Regal's never won any fucking thing. Bob Backlund is a multiple-time world champion.
Yeah, in a time where that didn't matter, though. Like, nothing means anything back then. They were throwing, like, arm drags to win matches. Who fucking cares?
The fucking world championship didn't matter?
It didn't.
Yeah.
It meant nothing until it was, like, a mainstream phenomenon, until the matches were good.
It was mainstream in the 80s, bro.
Bob Backlund was from, like, what, the 20s, bro? He was, like, wrestling in the Great Depression for great.
Next up, we have Nigel Mcginnis. Nigel Mcginnis versus Valtter. Travis,
is it me? I'm losing my voice at this point. I've yelled so much.
I've lost my voice more than I've already had it lost.
It's Valtter.
The two guys who've had COVID are yelling the most.
I'm just saying.
I did not have COVID.
Oh, you did. That's right.
Can you pull that out of nowhere? That put a mask on.
I'm actually gonna go Nigel Mcginnis. He's a much more complete package.
I'm also going Nigel Mcginnis.
I am going Valtter.
I too am going Valtter.
Y'all just don't like Valtter. I feel like you guys have voted against him.
He's kind of overrated. He's good, but he's not that good. I don't like him that much.
Valter's money.
It's the
he's good.
Final four.
Y'all want the Walter hype.
Also, I'm trying to not get slapped by Walter.
Walter's a like, not love thing for me.
Next up in the first match of the finals is Cesaro versus Drew McIntyre. No, fuck Travis. Drew McIntyre.
Don't do that.
Drew.
This cough thing is happening now because of the yelling I just did.
Get fucked.
Whose turn is it? Mine.
Yes.
It's Drew McIntyre. He's shown that he can carry a company, while Cesaro is mostly a tag team guy.
Kenny?
I'm going Cesaro.
How long
I've seen him work in the Indies, and I've seen what he can do. Like I said, it's not his fault that he doesn't get world title shots. So I'm going Cesaro.
This is actually, it's Drew McIntyre, but I want to reflect how close this is because they're both so phenomenal. But Drew McIntyre is the face of a company, and you can't take that away. 2 years ago, Cesaro all the way. That's one of the. That's
the crazy thing with Drew. Every time it's with Drew, it's 2 years ago. It would have been the other guy.
I just want to say
now is so good.
I just want to talk about the fucking hypocrisy that's happening now.
Oh, I'm a complete hypocrite.
Both of you two dummies just said the exact opposite for Becky Lynch versus William Regal, but now being the face of the company is the deciding factor. Shut the fuck up. It's Drew McIntyre, but fuck you.
Hose mad.
I am fucking mad.
Hose mad.
I would have definitely gone with Drew McIntyre. Also, at this point, I feel like they're just fucking with Cesaro by not even giving him opportunities for the heavyweight championship,
for even tag wrestling. Even like they're not even giving him opportunities there very much.
Right. And what I think is that even if he went to like an AEW or an Impact, they would tease him also.
I agree. Unfortunately.
Yep. Unfortunately. Next up, we have potentially the match of the night. Becky Lynch versus Malta.
It's me.
It is Travis.
I'm not gonna argue with you guys about this anymore. It's Becky Lynch. I love Valtter. I think he's disgustingly violent. But when it comes to being the best, when it comes to being the face, when it comes to being the peak, when it comes to reaching levels no one's reached before, when it comes to being a trailblazer, a pioneer, a renegade, it's Becky Lynch.
It's Andre the
Giant.
I'm glad you described Andre.
Okay. All right, John? Go ahead.
As much as let's call Travis a simp for really milking it. It is Becky. Valter's not that great.
Ooh, you're wrong for that bottom.
I mean, you didn't have to throw in that last little bit, but
yeah, I must have Walter's made it far enough. It's Becky Lynch.
Valtter is great, and he's a monster and a killer, but it is Becky Lynch.
Very good. Becky Lynch sweeps her way to the finals. I also would have said Becky Lynch because I think this match would solidify her as the representative. Let's say in the world where we're actually having these matches and she gets the win over Valtter, that everyone's on her.
I think they can have a really good match.
I think so. I don't know.
Valtter would break her sternum.
I don't know, dude. One fucking chop from
Valtter. It's a lot.
Yeah.
True.
He would break
Valter's
something.
like killing men his size.
Exactly. So
I feel like Damone.
That leads us to our finals. Drew McIntyre versus Becky Lynch.
You realize if we die, Travis, it's up to these simps to run this company.
I know.
I was going to say, does that leave it all in my hands?
Yeah.
Wait till it's my show.
If I die, Kenny moves up to owner, and if Damone dies, John moves up to owner.
Hey guys, let's not say that on air where it's live.
Why?
I don't want this legally binding.
No, that's real.
That's real.
And if you die,
getting all my Huddle House minions to kill Damone.
Now?
Damone owns it.
Yeah, I'm an owner.
I did not know he was the owner. Well, there you go.
It's literally me, him, Mike, and Keith.
Did not know that. All right, well, learn something new every day, huh?
Yep.
So, Drew McIntyre, Becky Lynch. Who voted last?
It's the
Travis.
Yes,
it's the most turn.
Here's the thing. It's Becky Lynch. I like Drew. Drew's great. He's been the face of the company during the pandemic. But he did have a giant spell where he was not good. And he had a spell where he was very mediocre. Becky Lynch, I would say, had a very big spell where she was mediocre. But I wouldn't say she ever had a spell where she was not good and would have gotten released. So even though I did like Drew McIntyre as the future of the company, what the hell did they call him?
Chosen one.
The chosen one, yeah, as the chosen one. I did like him as the chosen one, but I didn't like 3MB. Sorry. I know. Hot take.
Common L.
Common L. I agree.
But yeah, it's Becky Lynch.
Very good. Kenny?
I am also going Becky Lynch. I feel like Drew McIntyre shouldn't have gone this far. But yeah, that's my hot take.
I'm going Drew McIntyre. They're both faces of the company, but Drew McIntyre is better at more things. Though Becky Lynch had a great character and got over, a lot of which by happenstance, but also which by talent. Drew McIntyre has become a better promo as a babyface. He's better in the ring by a country mile. It's not close. Drew McIntyre is so much better in the ring. And I think that he has overcome a lot more to get there and is being the face of a company in a time where it's much harder. Like Becky became the face of the company at a time where wrestling was doing really well. Fans were getting what they wanted. And, it was just a very good time to be a wrestling fan. But right now it's a really tough time to be a wrestling fan. And Drew McIntyre is carrying us through that.
You act like Becky was doing it like 10 years ago. It was
but I'm saying
year ago.
Hold on, I got this. So to just rebuttal, I'm voting for Becky Lynch. Obviously, I did not throw a fit this twice in this fucking tournament to not vote for Becky Lynch.
I'm not mad that I lost this.
She's the winner, but I want to explain. I want to do a couple things. here. So they're very, very. They have a lot of parallels. So actually, Becky Lynch did have a period of time where she was about to get released when she was in NXT. Like, she was the worst of the 4 horsewomen, the worst by a lot. She was seen as the.
Do you think that was her, or do you think it was that weak ass gimmick they gave her?
It doesn't. That's the same thing with Drew McIntyre with 3MB. It wasn't that he sucked. It was that his gimmick didn't get over.
But so I feel like that's not your fault. If you come
I'm replying to what Damone said.
You to do, it shouldn't be your fault.
I'm replying to what Damone said, though. Damone said that Becky didn't go through a period where she's going to get released.
Well, I was more talking about on the main roster.
Yeah, but she was already a made star when she got to the main roster because of the 4 horsewomen, because of the women's revolution.
NXT pipeline, too.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. But so Drew McIntyre also didn't have the benefit of going to NXT.
Well, he did, actually. He did go up for
part of his career.
Yeah, in the first part, he did not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He had to do all that on the main roster. So if we count it all as one career, then they're pretty paralleled. I agree that Drew McIntyre is better in the ring than her by quite a bit. The issue is his character's not as good. His promo work isn't as good. Their peaks are, they're both the faces of the company, but Becky Lynch was the face of wrestling. Like, that's the thing that people like, and she's the first woman to ever do this. Like, it's not like, I don't want to discredit like the Charlottes, the Trish Stratuses, the Litas, the Alundra Blazes, the Mae Youngs, the whoever, right? But Becky Lynch is the pinnacle of women's wrestling. Like, no one has ever even thought they could get to that level.
You're right.
Let alone do it.
But like you said, at the time,
W
was the hottest wrestler in the world. Like, the
by
top wrestler, not just female wrestler.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. For women's wrestling, like, women weren't thinking like, oh, I can be the next John Cena. Becky Lynch, when John Cena came, I was just talking to Kenny about this earlier today, and this was just coincidence that this came up. But when John Cena came out after he had been a hiatus, I think it might have been on the first SmackDown on Fox, and he came out and was like, basically like, I'm still the face that runs the place. I'm the champ, blah, 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 like this, that. None of you guys back there can hang with me. Whoever thinks they can, come step up to me right now. The champ is here, blah, blah, whatever. And Becky Lynch is the one that walked out there and went nose to nose with him and said, I'm the man. I don't know who you think you are, but I run this show now.
And the thing is when she did that, nobody argued with her.
No other woman would be trusted to go out there in a John Cena segment and be seen as equals, if not better than John Cena.
I was just going to say, she went out there and just the presence of her was more than John Cena.
Exactly. She is a ridiculous megastar that I don't know that we'll ever see this again.
You're right, Travis. Like, your argument is a big W, and I'll give you your rare W's where they're due. I will disagree on one point in that, and I know we're just dragging out the discussion, but I do think that Drew McIntyre is a better promo, and his character with like the kilt and the sword and everything really put him over the top of Becky Lynch. And a lot of the man's rise as a character did have a lot of happenstance in there, like the Nia Jax busted nose thing and like stuff like that, and the heel turn just going over as well as it did. There was a lot of happenstance that went in that. It's not to discredit Becky. And the reason I picked Drew is Becky's high was higher, but I almost think that is in Drew's credit in a way because Drew is carrying WWE through some shitty times right now. At least he was till Roman got there and started doing his thing too. But they're carrying WWE through some shitty ass times while Becky's high. Like, wrestling wasn't like the Attitude Era or anything or Ruthless Aggression. But it was pretty good. Like, we got Seth Rollins to take the title off Brock. We got Kofi to actually get Kofi Mania. We got Becky to end Ronda Rousey. You know, it was a good time. And Drew McIntyre is carrying us through some shit times right now. So,
but I would also say Becky's like, we're acting like Becky has been gone for 3 years. It's been 10 months.
It feels like it.
It's been like 6 to 8 months. Like,
pandemic feels long.
It hasn't, I know, but it hasn't been that long. And when she left, she was still on top. And when she comes back, she'll still be on top. So I think it's still, and I don't think Drew's ever going to be a better promo. And happenstance happens for everyone. Like, if Austin doesn't get his neck broken, his career is probably different. Who knows if he gets over the same way?
If Triple H doesn't hug his homies in Madison Square Garden, Austin doesn't happen. I mean, you can say that for anything.
Exactly.
That being said, happenstance or not, Becky Lynch is our winner and our representative for Europe. Do we have the other representatives? I believe it's for Mexico. It is Eddie Guerrero.
It's Eddie Guerrero, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair for America.
And then Roman Reigns
for Samoa.
Did Jimmy do Canada or no?
No, Canada's going to be last.
Don't forget, Book It fans listening to this. If you're listening to this live, tomorrow voting will begin for the Bookie Awards. We will be posting that, where you can go on, fill out your form, choose your best of our nominees, and the Bookie Awards will be coming right around the corner. If you're listening Friday, it'll still be open. Please go vote. We want to hear your vote. That being said, let's hit our plugs. Kenny, what you got?
All right, you can catch me on the Bad Guy Spoken podcast. You can also see us on Teeing Off with Travis T and the Bad Guy. We also we're doing the motion. We also have Food Truck Friday or Local Food Friday right now. You know, it's kind of cold out, so we got to switch it up. We try it so you don't have to, or we try out just all kind of different things. Me and Travis have a new show out now where we I don't even know what the name of it is, but basically it's a GM mode. We go back and play the old school GM modes.
Bad Guy versus Prime Time.
Is it okay? That's what it's called, Bad Guy versus Prime Time. Bet, where you can see me crush him every week. And I'm trying to think what else. Well, I feel like we're missing one.
The Bad Guy is Spoken.
No, I already said that was the first one.
I don't know. There's a lot of shows, and they're all on t13media.com/shows.
Yep,
exactly.
Now do yours.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Primetime Travie T. That is my green screen's fucking up, but that is PRIMETIMETRAVVYT on Instagram, and it's only 1V on Twitter. So you can follow me there, and
because
that's gonna be basically my whole plug.
Why is it only one V?
Ramon, don't you be tweeting?
I do be tweeting. Twitter is currently hoeing Travi though. But I be tweeting. I talk about football, wrestling, politics, just random shit. Follow me at The Money Colt. So it's DAMONEY. So T like the team. Go Colts. So yeah, follow me because I be tweeting.
John.
Hello. I also be tweeting as well. I actually just fired up a new burner account where I also be tweeting and shit posting and having fun. Is at Huddle X Honcho. I am the honcho of Huddle Houses. That's the best restaurant chain ever. I also talk about wrestling, politics, sports, and share a bunch of deep fried ass memes. You can also follow that handle at Huddle X Honcho on TikTok. I don't post anything on there, but I might send you some funny ones. So hit me up.
He do be sending meme or TikToks.
He do. I be getting them at like 3 in the morning.
Sounded like you said he do be sending meat, and then that was like. You can follow me personally at Keith_the_Chief on Twitter, where I'm trying to do more of booking on there, where I just book it better, which takes a little bit more time than you would think because I have to figure out what I'm going to write about and then write it. But you can also follow Book It at BookIt15 on Twitter. You can go to Facebook and follow the Book It at Wrestling podcast page. But what you really should do is go to T13 page on Facebook, where we're going to be putting all of the T13 Media family of shows, the T13 Media family tree of shows, so you can be up to date on all your favorite shows. All you have to do is hit that notification button, and you will know first when we are going live every time we're going live. That being said, go to T13media.com/shows, and you can see all of our shows, including Kenny's, Damone's on Debatable. You can see Prime Time. You can see everything that we've ever done before and will do in the future. Also, while you're there, hit up T13 Media's store, where you can get a lovely T13 Media t-shirt like this here. It's not showing up because my green screen is messing up the yellow, but there are plenty of t-shirts there. Buy one for your loved ones. Buy one for your people you hate. Buy one for people you don't know. Give them to random strangers. Just buy our stuff because we have awesome stuff. That being said, this has been Book It. See ya.